Hello, Shannon. How are you? There is a long lapse in live streaming. So by the time I'm talking and you hear me, it's been like 20 seconds. I have tried over and over to do a live stream. Okay, I'll try to look right into the camera. So tell me if I'm looking at this dot, am I actually looking at you? I've tried to do live stream over and over, and it has been such a failure, but I really want to do live streaming, so I'm trying a test again today to see if I can do it. It takes a while to get adjusted to the time lapse, like you talking in the chat, me picking up the chat. By the time I respond to you, there are going to be 10 more chats in there. Oh, wow, there's a lot of people here. Thank you so much. Michael's Daily Vlogs, hello. Vanessa Rosales, hello. The Pop Boy and Bob Life, hey, I've seen you, and you told me you love my videos, and you're new to my channel. Thank you so much. I'm glad to hear you're good, Shannon. Vanessa, yes, and you are looking right at us. Okay, perfect. So when I look right at the little tiny webcam dot, you're there. Glad you're good, Shannon. Michael's Daily Vlogs. You're fine, Tam. Oh, good. Okay, so then the next thing is, can you hear me? Good. Like, this was pretty easy to set up. I've spent hours trying to set up these live things, and they don't good. Okay, Vanessa, I'm an adult with mild cerebral palsy. Okay, good. I love it when you guys tell me who you are. You might have to tell me like over and over. It kind of takes me a while to remember who you are, but once I remember you, then I pretty much got you in my head. Stephanie Dove, hey, hello. This is my first time to talk to you live, all the way from the UK, right? You're over in the UK? And Shannon Baxter, yes. Okay, so that must mean yes, you can hear me. Okay, Michael's Daily Vlogs, your volume is great. Oh, this is like so perfect. Guys, you know how easy this was to set up today? Now, I've been trying to set up for about 45 minutes, but this is the easiest that it's been. I'm using, let's see, I think I'm using XSplit Broadcaster. Let's see if what I'm using. Maybe I can't open up the XSplit. The XSplit, so you have to have this, you have to download an encoder, and then you have to go live on the encoder, and then it goes live on YouTube itself. I was using, before I was using something different, I forgot what it was, and I've literally spent hours trying to go live, and I would do it over and over again, and I don't know, it just wasn't working. Okay, so let's see what else you guys are saying. My volume is great. Let's see. Okay, Shannon Baxter, I have CP2 and I live in a... Okay, you must have gotten cut off. Okay, Popboy and Bob Life, if you want to know more about, then I'll PM you on Facebook. That sounds good. Vanessa Rosales, the only thing that the video is on, only on... Okay, I wondered if you could only see the upper right-hand corner. Okay, I am very sorry about that. That must be how I have, that's how I see it on the XSplit, so that's what's, that means that what I see on XSplit is what you see on YouTube, and I can't seem to open it. Okay, let's see. Okay, hang on, I right-clicked on the broadcaster. Oh, hang on. We don't want to do that. I don't know how to get to it. It's like, you know, it's like at the bottom of my screen. So I see the little box where it's the XSplit broadcaster, but I don't know how to open it up so that I can make my screen bigger. That's kind of annoying if you can only see a tiny little box. I'm really sorry. That's why this is only a test. Okay, let's see. Okay, Stephanie Dove, you're in the UK. And let's see, you can go live directly. Well, I'm trying to go live right from YouTube, but all I ever get is that you have to have the encoder. I cannot figure out how to click a button and just go live right out of YouTube and make this simple. I couldn't do it before. I've tried to do this like 15 times, and I finally got so frustrated I decided I just wasn't going to try it anymore for a while because it was so frustrating. Okay, Stephanie Dove, you can only see that little tiny corner. I am so sorry. I did right-click on it, but when I right-click on it, then it says you want this to make changes to your computer. I don't want to all of a sudden lose all you guys. Okay, Michael's Daily Vlogs, Google Hangouts. We'll figure it out. We can do it on it. Yes, I would love for you. If you have time to do that, please help me do that. I tried to do Google Hangouts before. I've also tried to do it where I used an encoder. I just can't make this Hangout thing work. Okay, Potboy and Bob Life, would you prefer if I text you on your personal Facebook or your page? Let's see. You know what the best way is to, if you can look me up on Facebook and look up Tam's Daily Vlog, you can direct message me in there. It's like an email box. That's a really good way because that's a good place for me to keep up with people that talk to me. It's actually easier than using Facebook Messenger. So if you can go in there to that page, here I'll type it in. It's Tam's Daily Vlog, Tam's Daily Vlog. So you should be able to go to Facebook and just type that in. So it's just a page. I'm not active on that page. I need to figure out how to do that, and I get lost. There's so much to do on this social media stuff. Okay, let's see. I've done it on my phone. Okay, so that means that, Vanessa, you've used YouTube Live on your phone. I thought about doing that today, but then I forgot because I really want to be able to do it on my computer. Okay, Vanessa, you said you won't, and I forgot. There's such a time lapse here that I'm sorry. I don't know what we were talking about. Okay, Shannon, I have CP and live in Scotland in UK. Oh, that is so cool. Do you know that the UK is my second most watched community on my YouTube channel? Okay, let's see. Let me try again. Okay, here. All I had to do was click on. Okay, now I am on. I am now looking at the broadcaster. I'm going to see if I can make the screen bigger. Okay, I'm looking to see where to go. Okay, right now it says 640 times 360 at 30 FPS, 217%. All right, let me just do a drop down. Scale to 100%. That doesn't look like, okay, it's the time lapse, so maybe in about 20 seconds I will be 100%. Let's see if I go 100%. I'm so excited that this is working. I really want to do live streams with you guys. It's a little more difficult to do a live stream with Micah because in the morning she's getting ready to go. In the afternoon she's with the CNA. If I set it up quite right, I can I can do it when the CNA comes in the afternoon. Nighttime definitely doesn't work. There's just a lot of moving around. I'm either not moving around or there's just a lot of moving around kind of in general at the house. Saturdays would probably work okay to do a live stream. That's kind of why I like doing stuff on Saturdays. Micah is doing great. We went to the neurologist yesterday, and I want to tell you about our neurologist visit. Let's see. Hey, Phoebe, how are you? Hi, Tamera Hugs. I wish I could help you, but I don't know a bunch about technical stuff. Yeah, I know. That's why this is a test, just a test. My screen is not getting bigger. Let me go back to the encoder. Okay, it says that I'm at 100%, but there must be something that's not set up right. Let me look at this other thing here. Okay, let me look in settings. But that's audio settings. We don't need to change audio settings. Okay, let me check tools. And that's just the phone in there. That doesn't look right. Let me just open up outputs. I've had some of the same issues that Micah has had. Yeah, it looks like a lot of people have. I love hearing from you guys. You guys really help me telling me the things that you have. Media file, image, video. No, that's the wrong place. I'm trying to make me bigger in the screen. Okay, well, what would make me bigger? Okay, now if I'm in frame rate, you can be at 60, I'm at 30, you can be 29.7. Okay, now when I'm doing videos, I know that FPS, that's frames per second, is 30. So the editor is 30, but when I load it in from my phone, it's always 29.7. So I'm assuming that that's right. Okay, let's look at resolution. Okay, 640. Okay, let's try the 1920 times 1080. That's 1080p. That's 16 to 9 ratio. I don't know what any of this means. I just know that's what I use. You know, maybe it's not going to let me do that. Oh, that's resolution. We don't need to change the resolution, I guess. Okay, well, maybe we're just going to have to be at a tiny little screen until I can figure this out. Let's see. May have to stop and restart. Yeah, that is an idea, but you would think you'd be able to change the size of your screen while you're actually on here. Oh, Potboy and Bobblehead. Oh, you've been subbed for a long time. Well, I got a message from you the other day, and it just sounded like you want to hear something really funny? Now, don't get mad at me, but I actually thought you were spam, so I was kind of a little bit of a smart aleck. You came on my on the channel page, and you said something about, hey, can you subscribe to us and love your videos? Spammers do that. They come on there and they, maybe give their link, or they say, hey, come on and subscribe to my channel, and they're just using my page to try to get other people to subscribe. So I apologize. So because I will say different things in response if I think people are spamming me. So to you, I remember saying, you love them or something like that. I didn't say it in a way that you would have really known I was being a smart aleck. Sometimes I'm a little more obvious, but I put a question mark and an explanation point. But then I saw something somewhere where I saw that you were an actual subscriber. So thank you for being on my channel for a really long time, and I am really sorry about that, and I hope that you're not mad at me. Let's see. No, you're definitely not a scammer or a spammer, so thank you very much. Vanessa says, when it comes to CP, as I've gotten older, I've had so many problems. Everything is complicated by high-functioning autism. In my case, I was diagnosed with sensory processing disorder as an adult. Let's see. So it's been more complicated because of having the high-functioning autism, and then with the problems with your body getting worse. Is that what you mean when you say it's gotten complicated? Okay, so you're laughing. Oh, well, Michael's daily vlog is laughing. That's not Potboy. So I like your videos, and okay, good. You're never mad at me. Thank you so much. Okay, Phoebe says, do you see a little icon anywhere that has two little arrows in opposite corners? Okay, let's look. Vanessa says yes. Okay, let's look for, wow, how come? Okay, let me go down and look at the, oh, yes, I do. It still doesn't fill the whole screen, but I'm bigger. Oh, ta-da, how's that? Is that better? I'm bigger. Okay, yay. Okay, thank you so much, Phoebe, for telling me to do that. So I went into the encoder and I stretch it, but it doesn't fit all the way. Okay, Angela says it works. Shannon loves Micah. I know the whole world loves Micah. Have I told you guys that I didn't start out my channel to be about Micah, but my videos and my channel has turned into Micah, and it's really kind of funny. You have supported me through hard times. Have I really? That is so sweet. I was laughing at your comment, you're being a smart aleck. Oh, yeah, I can be a real smart aleck, so I have to be really careful not to. It's so hard, number one, to not be a smart aleck, but to come across as a smart aleck when you're writing in print, because people don't know what you're talking about. So that's why we use emoticons. Sometimes I don't feel like using an emoticon to make a smiley face after everything I say, so that you know exactly how I mean it. Because when we're talking in person, you get the you hear my words, but then you can see, like we're live right now, so you can see my facial expressions, and then you've got what's the word, how your voice goes, voice inflection, so you can maybe tell. But I don't know, it's just, if you don't know a person, sometimes you still don't know. My kids have been with me since they were born, and they still don't know when I'm mad or being a smart aleck or whatever. So maybe I'm just really complicated. I don't know. To me, I'm not that complicated. Let's see. You're welcome. Hi. Thank you. Live in Scotland in the UK. That is so cool. I love that I want to come visit the UK sometime. Let's see. I was going to tell you something else about. Oh, well, I do want to tell you about our neurologist visit yesterday. And I'll probably have to put this on a video because this live stream, was just a test and it's turned into all this stuff. You know what? Maybe I can edit this, and maybe we could just put it up and it could be a video. I'll have to look into that. I'm going to start Botox shots for my migraines. I got on Depakote, which is a seizure medication. Started out at 500 milligrams. It wasn't enough. So he went to 1,000 milligrams, and it was enough that I could just take that 1,000 milligrams. I didn't need any additional information, and I was pretty good with that. But then it started making me so nauseous, like not just a little nauseous, not just annoying nauseous, like so over the top nauseous and feeling like I was going to throw up, that I just could not live with it. It was starting later in the afternoon. As time went on, it was like just started when I would get up, and it would just get worse and worse and worse. I was eating crackers, and I was drinking ginger ale. What seemed to help the most was Gatorade. And then I don't know, I was just eating constantly, and I was just absolutely miserable. And this just absolutely wasn't going to work for my whole entire life. So we already had the appointment yesterday, so he cut me down to 500. 500 milligrams is not enough to take care of my pain. So he prescribed something else I started last night. It makes you sleepy during the night. I should be okay during the day. I'm really tired from yesterday, so I don't know if there's anything left over from medication or not. And that's to go with the Depakote. But in 2 weeks, I'm going to start those Botox shots. They do 30 shots. They do them here and here, and they do them here, and then they do them in the back of your head. Anyway, it's 30 shots. And I have been totally against doing Botox shots. And let's see, I better read these comments real. Oh, Potboy and Bob Live, you're from England too. Oh, cool. I am frozen. Uh-oh. Frozen. I don't know what to tell you about frozen. I'm not frozen on my side, and I hope that I unfroze. I'm getting the audio, but no video. I have not touched a thing. I don't know where I'm at. Let's see. Let's see. Let me check on my stream health here. What is my favorite food? Oh, that's a great question. I love Mexican food. I'm not frozen anymore. Okay, the other day you mentioned wanting to maybe get a foam iPad case. I like iGuide cases personally. Okay, that is a great idea. I have to find out where this person... Okay, so I think my stream is good now. I'll have to think about that about my favorite food thing. I like to eat hot things with cold things. Like, I like to eat things like, what is something hot and cold that I like to eat together? Like French fries and ice cream, or eating, I like salad with cottage cheese on it. That's not hot and cold. Okay, so yesterday I ate some fried eggs, bacon with cottage cheese. It was hot and cold. I like hot and cold stuff together. Okay, so try refreshing if you're having trouble with your stream. Great idea. That's what I do to help with my spasticity. I've been doing Botox. Okay, so that was another thing, and you're gonna hear this again probably on an actual video. Okay, Micah has a left arm. I don't know if you guys have noticed how tight her arm is on the left, but it is super, super tight. So he asked me about doing Botox injections. We talked about that years ago when Micah was in high school. we went once a year to Children's Hospital, and they'd have all these doctors come in. I wish that we could do that as an adult because it was an excellent, excellent program. PT, OT, speech, neurologist. If we needed the cardiologist that year, he's the heart doctor. He would come in. Whatever doctors we needed, they were all right there in that room. We would just sit there and wait as they would scroll through. It was perfect. Micah got such good care. Now that she's an adult, it's a little bit more difficult for me to get all of these things that I need. I have to do more of it myself and figure it out. We have a few gaps going on right now. But anyway, he mentioned spasticity yesterday in that arm, but I have to go back every 90 days. One problem with the every 90 days is getting inside this building. So I have to pull up in front of this building. There is no button to automatically open the door to get the wheelchair in. That's the first problem. Well, that's not a big problem, but it's just a little bit of an inconvenience. I have to pull up, get Micah out of the manual chair. One of these days we're going to get another van that has a wheelchair lift in it, but in the meantime we don't have one. So I get Micah's manual chair out of the back, bring it out, get Micah out of the van, put her in the chair. I have to open the door and use my body to hold the door open, turn the chair around backwards, pull Micah through. So I have to go through 2 doors. Then I have to sit Micah, put her brakes on, go back to the van, go out and park the van, and then run all the way back to the front, get Micah, and take her up to the 6th floor. It's not impossible, but it is a little bit of work. It's to think about having to do that every 90 days is just not something that I really want to do. Taking a CNA would be great, but the problem with taking a CNA is a time frame. So I can call to see if I scheduled this just right. The office doesn't open until 9, and they take their last patient at 3 o'clock, I think he told me, or 3:30. So there's no way that I can even get in there. I mean, that's only a 6.5 hour time span. And then it doesn't fit with when CNA with Micah unless I wanted to do unless I could change the time that a CNA came, and then I was willing to do part of Micah's care for her. So, I mean, it's just a real big rigmarole, and to have to do that every 90 days, we're not talking about just one time, but we're talking about every 90 days, that's a little complicated to me. So I don't know. I told him I would think about it, and then I'll see kind of how these work with my migraines. And he said if I wanted to do it with, if I like the Botox for my migraines, then I could schedule Micah's Botox shots when I come, and then we would both be coming every 90 days. But when I go by myself, I'm just going to park the car, run in one time, run out one time, and I'm done. And it's not just down the street, so that's another thing with the time thing. It takes like 20-25 minutes to get down to this doctor, where some of the other doctors are right down the street that we use. Okay, let's see what you said. Okay, so you like Botox. Okay, that's good. To those who are having, okay, got it. I like roast dinner. Oh, you like roast dinner. Roast is good. Okay, Vanessa, did it help you to refresh? I will never do Botox again. It works for some people. That's fantastic. For me, it's just not worth it. Okay, so Angela, can you tell me what it did or what it didn't do? So, like, let's see, hang on. Make sure I know who I'm talking to. Okay, so did it make you too floppy and it didn't work, or you just didn't like the shots themselves, or was it complicated like what I'm talking about? So tell me what your experience was. Roast dinner is good if the roast is super good. A roast dinner is not what I would call my favorite, but if the roast is super good, then yeah, I like a roast dinner a lot. So tell me what you think about doing these live events. I've been wanting to do live events one time a week for a really long time. Setting up to do a live event, this was pretty easy today, so I didn't have a problem with it. I know you guys really want to see Micah, so I don't know if I could do one time a week and always get Micah on there. A lot of this has to do with how I feel. If you've been watching my channel, which I think all of you have watched enough of them to know that I don't feel well a lot of the time. So this morning I did actually video Micah just to say hello, and I got Deb on there, and I just didn't. I just couldn't think long enough to tell you about yesterday's visit at the neurologist. So then I thought, it'd probably take me as long to do a live stream as it would to just do a video and get it up by noon, because I was just going to get dressed and sit down and make a video and tell you about Botox for me and Micah. And then I was going to put it up, and I decided to just try the live stream, and it worked pretty fast, so I'm pretty happy. Let's see. Okay, Potboy, so you love the live streams. Thank you so much. Vanessa says, the Botox has given me back the function that I had lost due to the growing issue of the worsening spasticity as an adult. Okay, and that's what Micah's arm has always been tight. So what I keep trying to tell myself, but I don't think about it until it's an actual conversation. The girls do, when the CNAs come, they do range of motion with Micah. All of them don't do range of motion the same way. I don't think they all do it long enough. I don't think they all do it correctly or do it well enough to actually stretch her arm out and maybe get some more use out of it. We have looked at using different kinds of splints, like when she sleeps, and I think they just get too tight, and I don't know that she would be comfortable, and we decided not to. They're hundreds of dollars to get them. Like, you can't get them and try them out. Well, maybe we could get them and try them out and send them back. But once you get it, you kind of have it. I never actually thought about whether we could try something and then send it back to the company. I do know it gets complicated when you start trying to do that. Live streams are cool. Okay, do you know that when I subscribe to channels and they do live streams and I see live stream, and I just click right on there and hop right in, and I absolutely love live streams. Matter of fact, this is Wednesday. I subscribe to Evan Carmichael, and he does live streams a lot on Thursdays. I think his all-time record is he did 7 or 8 live streams 2 weeks ago, and I was on almost every single one of them. It was a really low-key day for me, and I wasn't doing anything anyway, so I was just kind of hanging out on his live streams. I love them. Now he's doing an 8 a.m. live stream, but I'm usually with Micah at 8 a.m. trying to get a few minutes of a video. You in a min. Hey, Shannon. Tim, I'm going to message you in a minute. Okay, that sounds good. You're going to message me. And let's see. Somebody asked me, I don't think it was one of you, but somebody asked me a while back, why are you only videoing Micah in the morning, in her stander, or in the morning in the house, and we're not seeing her come home? Well, there's a few things going on. She now has a van driver that I cannot put on a video. She is driving Micah. She is picking Micah up and dropping her off. So I'm not going outside very much in the morning. I'm not going outside very much in the afternoon. Sometimes that's because of the way I feel, but sometimes it's because I know that I'm not going to video anyway, so I just let the CNA bring her in. It's a problem to try to video very much outside if I can't get the driver in. I suppose I could block out her face, but I don't know. I just don't really want to do videos like that in the morning. It kind of takes away from interaction and takes away from the fun of the video, I think. Very painful during the process. For several hours later, like a fire inside my legs, I actually opted to have SDR instead and don't regret it for a second. Oh, so I didn't think about... the doctor told me it would be about a 30-minute thing for them to do those Botox shots in Micah's arm, and he said he has to go in some kind of a machine. I don't know that it was an x-ray machine, but some kind of machine where they can see where to go in her arm. So it takes a long time. And I don't know what SDR is, so tell me what SDR is. Vanessa, I love real-time interaction. I totally love real-time interaction. Do you know how much when I'm making videos, I want to be able to talk to you and have interaction with you? And sometimes it makes me crazy when I'm in a really good mood and I have a lot of energy and I just really want to talk to you and I can't talk to you except just the screen. It makes me crazy. Can you add me on Facebook? Okay, this is what I've done on Facebook. I don't really know how to handle Facebook. A lot of people have asked me, so you guys can give me your opinion about Facebook. People ask me all the time, can we be friends on Facebook? I have my Facebook set up so that you can follow me. So you can there's a friend button, there's a follow button. So if you follow me, you can see everything in my stream. You can see, it's the same as being friends, I think. You can comment, you can like, but I don't see your stuff in my Facebook stream. I don't necessarily want to see everybody's stuff that they post on their Facebook. I don't really know what to do about this. A couple of people asked me recently. I don't even know who they were, but they asked me underneath a YouTube in the comment section, and I responded with, "You can follow me," and just said, I said in a comment what I just said to you. Selective dorsal rhizotomy. Now Micah has a rhizotomy in her back, but so where did you get your rhizotomy? That's like a big giant surgery. That's not like something that you go back and forth with. And Phoebe loves Facebook, and I'm not so crazy about Facebook. It gets so complicated to me. Complicated is not the word. Facebook gets so busy to me, because how I see Facebook is right now. Okay, let me go to Facebook. Okay, hang on, I'm not signed into Facebook. Let me just open up Facebook and tell you how many notifications that I have right now. Okay, 2 people are talking to me on Messenger, and I have 16 notifications, which is, that's not a lot of notifications, but every time you go in and you start doing something with notifications, you just always have more. So, you know, somebody liked something that you've commented on, or they've commented on something you've commented on, or something that's yours. And then I've got Tam's Daily Vlog that's in there. So I've got Tam's Daily Vlog, and then I've got my personal stuff. And then, you know, you go down the rabbit hole, you know, if you go in there and start looking down the stream of the home feed, you know, start seeing what people are doing. I don't know, it just seems so busy when I'm also on YouTube. Now, granted, I'm only doing 1 video a day on YouTube, but I'm trying to keep up with comments on YouTube and on Google+, because when you make a comment on my video on Google+, there's a different place to check for that than on my YouTube. So I can go on my YouTube channel, or I can go in the studio part. I call it like the back office part of YouTube, and I can just look at comments, and then I can go over to Google+. There's like 3 places that I can go to look for comments. If I miss your comment, it's because I've literally missed your comment. So if there's something that you've asked me or something you want me to comment on and I haven't, I'm not doing it on purpose. There is also a problem with posting a comment and it fails to post. So I try to go to all these different places. But if I go like to that back office place and I make a comment to your comment, if I've already answered it on Google+, then it shows up as I didn't answer it. And sometimes I'm like, wow, I think I answered that over on Google+. I think I've already answered that on the actual video. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but it gets really complicated with these comments. And I do the best I can to try to figure it all out and get everywhere I need to go. And I just get a little bit tripped up when a comment fails to post. Then I'll end up going to that back office spot. So I don't know. There's just a lot of different ways you can see comments. Potboy, you don't post anything. Phoebe says, I get that. Facebook does get time consuming and stuff. Yeah, it kind of does get time consuming. So how do you guys, do you feel like it's rude for me to tell somebody that, you know, I have a follow button and that, you know, you can follow me on Facebook? So tell me how you feel about that, because you guys have watched enough of my videos that I want to be friends with you and I don't want to be rude. I just don't want to see everything that there is to see on my feed, on my home feed. But I know that if I didn't want to see somebody's feed, I can go in there and I can stay friends, but I can, you know, not see their feed. I don't know. It's just one of those things of figuring out. Yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble replying to comments on YouTube for several weeks. Yeah, I've been having trouble for about a year with answering comments on YouTube. Okay, so Potboy, you don't think that's rude? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Now, one thing that I recently discovered about not being able to answer YouTube comments, and Phoebe, I know I've told you this and you told me it doesn't always work, but you can refresh your page. But sometimes I can make a comment, it posts, and the next comment decides not to post. I can refresh it and maybe refresh it a couple of times and it posts. Most of the time I can. If that doesn't work, I can go into that back office part and then I can post. And sometimes I just can't find a spot where I can actually respond to a comment. It is really annoying. I thought I had it like all figured out. I think a page to follow on Facebook is a good idea and not rude. Okay, so my personal Facebook page has a follow button, and I am not very active in Facebook. I don't really put most of it is my videos that I do every day. On occasion, I put something extra. I do have Instagram, so if you go under any video that I have, it has my Instagram, my Pinterest, which I'm never on there anymore. Let's see, I have Instagram, I have Pinterest, I have Facebook, I have Tam's Daily Vlog. Oh, you know what? Maybe I only have Tam's Daily Vlog in my description, not my first personal page. If anybody wants to follow that personal page, which I don't care who follows it. Tamera Tate, that's my maiden name. Tamera Tate Weeks. Okay, I just put it in the chat. That is my personal page. I only have my personal page in Tam's Daily Vlog, but I'm really boring on Facebook, just so you know I'm pretty boring. My is private, so if you did add me, you wouldn't see my stuff. Oh, okay. So explain that to me. So what's the purpose of being friends with people, but your stuff is private and they don't see it anyway? I know that you can do that, but I don't get that at all. I don't get that. So explain that to me. Yeah, the refresh doesn't work at all for me when you're trying to make comments and they just won't work. Vanessa says that's why when you make a page, they only give you a like button. I think a page, okay, that's why when you make a page, they only give you a like button. Yeah, so you can't be friends on Tam's Daily Vlog, but on my personal page, go to Tamera Tate Weeks and you can follow me, and that is my personal page that is truly boring. The only thing I guess that you would see on there, if you went into my photos, I've had Facebook for a few years, so it's got, you know, some random photos. Anything that I've been tagged in is in there. On occasion, I make a post. I'm just pretty boring when it comes to Facebook. Okay, let's see. Phoebe, I am on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, but I am most active on Facebook and YouTube. I have a Pinterest account, but I'm almost never there. When I start going to Pinterest, I absolutely love it, and I like want to be on there all the time. And then I'm like, then I move away from it, and then I haven't been on there in a long time. So you can message me privately and only contact me and not see my stuff. Oh, I see. Okay, got it, Potboy. Okay, Vanessa, not a personal account, but your Tam's Daily Vlog. Hey, Mahoville, how are you? You're on my live stream. What? I love it. Mahoville. Now, I've been listening to how Evan pronounces your name. Tell me if I'm saying it right. Mahoville. Mahoville. Is that right? Am I getting it right? I hope I'm getting it right. I hope I'm pretty close. Mahoville is from Believe Nation over at Evan Carmichael's channel. Evan Carmichael's channel is all about entrepreneurs. He's just the coolest guy on YouTube. Okay, so Vanessa, what do you mean? Not a personal account, but your Tam's Daily Vlog. You're talking about where you can just like. Yeah, you can only click the like button on Tam's Daily Vlog, but you can follow or be a friend on my personal page, Tamera Tate Weeks. Yes, it's pretty close. Don't worry. Okay, so sound it out so I can try to figure out how to say it. Because I'm saying Mahoville. Mahoville. So spell it out the way it sounds. Okay, the like button. Yes, the like button is on Tam's Daily Vlog. The follow button and the friend button is on my personal page, Tamera Tate Weeks. Okay, you'll try to find a link. Try to find a link to pronounce your name. Okay. Where Evan is mentioning me. Oh, okay. Potboy, my dream is to have a conversation with you and ask you loads of questions and we get to know each other. Mahoville. Yup. Okay, got it. All right. Well, he mentions you when all the time on live streams because you're asking questions and he's repeating you. Let's see. Okay, so Pop Boy, let's see. Have a conversation with you. Okay, hang on. Brian Smith, I just saw the live stream. Just thought I'd drop by to say hi. Well, hello, Brian. Thank you so much for dropping by to say hello. This is a test that I was doing, and it works. I've done like 15 of these things, spent literally hours trying to make one day. I did like 9 or 10 in one day. I started in the morning about 10, and I was still doing it about 10 o'clock at night, and I was so frustrated. Oh, the phone's ringing. Let's see. I'm going to reject the phone because I'm live with you, but it is a call I'm waiting on. I was using a different encoder before, and this one is something X broadcast. I forgot what it is, and it is working. It just I don't know. I think I was live in about 45 minutes. Hey Brian, how are you? I tried to get my parents to use you. They're going to be flying, let's see, in November, but they're just going to drive. But I told them, I said, hey, Brian is great, and I can get you to drive. If any of you guys live in the Waco area, Waco, Texas area, Brian has a transportation service where he can take you to the airport. He drove from Waco to Whitney, took me all the way to Dallas to the airport. Thank you, Brian. Yes, you can ask me a question about Micah. Ask away. And okay, so Pop Boy, I'm wondering, do you think there is a way that we could do this and make a video out of it? Like you can ask me a bunch of questions and we can make a video out of it and I could post it. What do you think about doing that? And we could do it where I think this broadcaster that I'm using has a capture screen capture thing. We could do a Skype call and I could record the Skype call and then make that a video on my channel. That's something I've been trying to figure out how to do, but I think with this encoder we can do that. I just have to figure out how to do it. And then who was it that told me you would help me with figuring out, well, maybe I don't have to figure out how to go live. If this worked really good, we don't have to do anything else, right? Have you ever given her medication for her spasticity? Yes, and I did talk to the doctor, the neurologist yesterday about it. Micah has taken, hang on, what's that stuff called? It was right there. Oh, baclofen. Okay, baclofen is like a muscle relaxer, but what happens is it can make you a little too relaxed. It can make you sleepy. Micah was taking a really low dose. I want to say she was taking 15 milligrams a day, which is super, super low. I can't remember for sure, and it's been years. But for whatever reason, I decided that it wasn't worth giving it. We weren't getting enough benefits out of it versus whatever I thought was happening. I want to say maybe she was more sleepy than I thought she should be, and I was blaming it on the baclofen. So, and he didn't think it was a good idea either. Yes, if we can add each other on Skype, maybe. Okay, that's perfect. You can find me under Tamera Weeks. Just look up my name, and then tell me what your name is. And if you're under the Pop Boy thing, then I'll know who you are, and I'll accept you. Micah's birthday's coming up soon. Please tell her I said happy birthday. Yes, I will, Phoebe. Tell her happy birthday. This is going to be the biggest birthday party Micah's ever had. Okay, so there are 8 people in our family, but Kendall lives out of state, so he won't be here. So we have 7 that live in town. Lauren now has a boyfriend. Christian has a boyfriend. Christian has a girlfriend. So that's 9. And then we have a mother and a daughter, and the daughter graduated from high school with Micah. We have another girl that graduated from Micah with high school, and it's a secret, but Bridget's coming with her 3 kids. So I think it's a total of 16 people, something like that. biggest party Micah's ever had. Last year, nobody invited could come. Usually Kaya comes, and you guys don't know who Kaya is, but you'll meet her at the birthday party. She graduated with Micah. She usually comes to Micah's birthday parties, but last year Kaya couldn't even come, so nobody was here for Micah's birthday. What we've been doing for years is we have a family birthday party on Sunday, because as the kids started getting older, it was harder to get everybody together. Sunday is when Dad always cooks lunch. Everybody's been to church, so it was real easy to do birthdays on Sunday. And then it graduated into, if you want to bring, a couple friends over or whatever. And that's how we started the Sunday birthday thing. But Micah doesn't know that Bridget's coming. It's a surprise. Okay, you're welcome, Phoebe. I took baclofen for 5 years before trying Botox. It was the max dose accompanied by Depakote. Okay, now, but you ended up with the rhizotomy. I might be getting you mixed up with the other one. No, you were Botox, and then it was the other girl that got the rhizotomy because she didn't like the Botox. Okay, perfect, Pop Boy. My name on Skype is Tamera Weeks, so just look up Tamera Weeks. Here, I'll put it in the Tamera Weeks. Okay, baclofen 4 times a day at 20 milligrams each pill, and Depakote 250 3 times a day. Okay. Yeah, that is a lot of times to take medicine. Okay, perfect. And then as soon as I get your notification, Pop Boy, I will add you on Skype. Be able to attend this time, and I'm glad Bridget will. Oh yeah, I can't wait for this party. It's going to be like the biggest thing ever. So as of right now, everybody is coming. But even if everybody didn't come, it's still going to be a big party. Okay, that was Sharon. I think it was Sharon that we were talking to earlier in the chat. She didn't like the Botox and ended up doing the rhizotomy. Micah had a rhizotomy in her back years ago. She was older than people they usually do rhizotomies on. And in case you don't know what a rhizotomy is, I don't know exactly what it is myself. But for Micah, they went into her back, into her spine, and they cut some of those muscles so that her legs would not be so tight. I was very happy with the results. I think it was worth doing, but she was a little older than they normally do that, so they were kind of taking a risk on even doing the surgery. Her legs were a little too loose when we first started this, right after the surgery, but I think it was successful, and I would go back and do it again, and I'm thrilled that somebody came up with the idea. This was back when we were going to Children's Hospital once a year, and anything Micah needed, they were kind of taking care of it. I wish that we could do that as adults. But that was the only one I could get any relief from the tightness because it was so painful. Oh, wow. See, I don't think Micah's arm hurts. I think it's just tight. And I have the CNAs. Morning, they stretch her arms. Afternoon, they stretch her arms. And then nighttime, they stretch her arms. And then she gets 1 full hour of physical therapy with her private physical therapist, Linda Janesco. I've only done 1 video with her. I ran out of storage when I went on one of her visits, but I'm probably at Thanksgiving. We're gonna be gone, and probably then I'm gonna have 3 videos up, and I'm probably going to put one of these videos up that shows a little bit of the physical therapy that she gets with Linda. Yeah, it's real bad that I can't do it as an adult. It's just so nice when somebody can help me with these things and figure them out with Micah. She needs a private speech therapist, and I have been asking around, and I just asked again a few days ago, but I think I'm just going to have to find some place here in town where I feel like I can get some kind of decent service. Oh, somebody said earlier on, I'm sorry, I started answering you, but I was still trying to get this thing set up on the live stream. About, you gave me the name of the company that you use for the foam that goes around the iPad. This particular iPad that this person has at Micah's program is bigger than a regular iPad, so I don't even know if it is an iPad. They were going to check on it and get back with me. So I'm going to have to go back and check on that. We just had a meeting on Friday and it's Wednesday. My Skype just downloading. Oh, it was Angela. That was me. Once my body adjusted to baclofen, it was a godsend. Okay, that's very nice. Do they have Easter seals out here? Easter seals, isn't Easter seals like everywhere in the US? I don't know. I don't really know anything about Easter seals. I don't know anything about it. I'm just not familiar with it. And, okay, so I have video and I'm hoping that it's good enough. We had the Spanish ministry over last Friday night and I'm going to put it all together. And at the very end of the video, somebody was singing in Spanish. So we're standing in a circle because we prayed. And then somebody broke out in song and I don't know what we're singing. And then they were singing and it was just really cool. It was a really, really good time. Lots of food. So I did a little bit of video. I did a video. It was kind of like starting in the morning where, okay, you know, I've got all this going on and I'm not ready and the house not ready and I just want to rest for a minute and I had to cook all this food and they all brought food, but then I had to make a little bit myself. So I kind of videoed like through the whole day. Okay, there's a really good ACC app called Tobii Dynavox Compass for the iPad. Okay, maybe I should write this down. Okay, Tobii Dynavox Compass for iPad. We were going to try to get her one for Christmas. I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. Brian, thank you so much for being here, but it's great to see you live on the stream. Love and prayers to you, Mike, and your family. Thank you so much. Love and prayer to you and your girls. Thank you so much for being here. Look forward to the video. Glad you had a good time. Thank you, Phoebe. I have that, Vanessa. Okay, so Potboy, you have that iPad. I mean that app. Okay, that's cool. I take a lot of notes and then I write them on pieces of paper. I write them in a notebook. I write them on another notebook. I write them on, right now I'm writing it on a piece of mail. So you might have to tell me again. It's the app I use for communication. Okay, cool. Yeah, I decided, I guess maybe we shouldn't just jump the gun on trying to get the iPad. I was going to get it with Micah's grant money. If you've been watching for a little while, Micah started getting grant money a few months ago. I thought it was supposed to be $102 a month, but it ends up being $51 a month. So it's like $200 by now, I think. So I was thinking that by the time Christmas came, that we would have enough money in there and we would be able to go get the iPad. But now if there's something bigger that's better for her to use, it's probably a lot more expensive than a regular iPad. So we might have to stretch it out just a little bit before we can get it. But I am hoping in the next year that we can get her one. That would be really nice for her to have something she can communicate with, that she can click the button and, you know, it's modern technology instead of that dinosaur Dynavox. You'd think they'd be able to fix that and come up with something more user-friendly, something that sounds better, something that's easier to press, just something that just works tons better. Saying, but I only use it when I'm scared or sad. Potboy. Okay, so you, so Potboy, do you have other ways then that you communicate? You don't. It sounds like you don't have to have the iPad. Micah hasn't liked using the Dynavox because she can communicate basic things to us. If you ever watch a video and Micah's got her head like this and she's just going like that, she's always talking about Bridget. I always know that she's talking about Bridget, so she doesn't have to click a button to say, I want to see Bridget. I already know what she's talking about. Now, this is kind of funny. Okay, let's see. Vanessa, I had a mild stroke in 2009 that really affected my speech to the point that my speech is like Micah's. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's awful. Oh, I was going to say something. I was saying something, and I stopped to read a message, and now I've lost my train of thought. But I was going to tell you something that I thought was important. Something about speech. Yeah, you'd think they could make a better communication device. Absolutely, Phoebe. Totally think they can come up with something. So Dynavox should come out with something that's much more similar to the iPad. Man, what was I going to tell you? Oh, this was funny. I learned this yesterday when I dropped Micah off at her program. Oh, and I found out Micah's day program, they do not ever wash her hands during her day. She is there from 8:30 in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon. They only use hand sanitizer. This is what happened. I'm dropping Micah off. I give the girl her lunch, and I said, now Micah needs to go to the bathroom. She's probably really wet. I spent more driving than I did anything else yesterday. And nobody, they were already in the lunchroom, and they were already doing their thing. So I said, fine, I'll go take Micah to the bathroom. So I take her to the bathroom, and then I stand her up at the sink. This is how I found out that they weren't washing their hands. They have two sinks. One is just like a regular oval-shaped bathroom sink. And then at the other end of the counter, they have one of those deep sinks, like they paint and stuff. So they wash out their painting stuff and, you know, whatever craft stuff they're doing. So it's a deep sink. But it's got one of those big faucets where the water comes out here. And so I use that sink. It's the same level. It's just the water spout that's different. So I put Micah up there, and it was perfect. Now I got water all over because it's a stainless steel sink, so it just splattered everywhere all over Micah. But it was super easy to wash her hands because she didn't have to put her hands down underneath the faucet. She just put her hands in the sink, and the water was just coming right on her hands. It was perfect. So we ended up having to go. So I told one of the girls there, I said, you guys probably already know this, but that sink where the spout comes way out is tons easier to wash Micah. It did get her all wet, but it was tons easier to wash her hands. Oh, we never washed Micah's hands in the sink. We just use hand sanitizer. Well, I've been complaining about how dirty Micah comes home. So I took a video a couple of days ago. She's got food on her nose, and that is not from wiping her mouth. That is because she ate at 11:30. 4 hours later at 3:30, she wasn't wiped off well. So yesterday I ended up just staying through lunch. We had a problem with Micah not having an apron. Oh my goodness, this is such a problem. We left Micah's lunch on the electric chair at home, and I only had the manual chair with me. And we had used the apron in the backpack in the van, so I didn't have an extra one in the van. I didn't have her lunch, so we didn't have an apron in her lunchbox. They had sent home the extra apron that goes in her locker at the program, so there were no aprons. And so what are you going to do? I don't want Micah to be dirty. So we ended up figuring it out, and I ended up just staying until Micah ate her lunch, and Micah was clean when we got done. I don't know, this food thing, this apron thing, this keeping Micah clean has never been such a problem. I've had other problems. Off and on, this is a problem, but I mean, this is like an everyday problem we're having. It's so annoying. Okay, let's see. That device could be paid for by insurance. They have really, nope. We checked on it in the last year. Unless it's changed in the last year, we cannot get an iPad paid for by insurance. Phoebe says, oh my goodness, that is not right. I totally agree. Phoebe, aren't there laws? I would think they wouldn't pass audits or whatever if they don't wash clients' hands and stuff. You know, I don't know. I guess, but they probably, even if there were, there probably isn't a stipulation of you have to be washing hands underneath the sink with soap and water. If you're washing them and you're using hand sanitizer, that probably would be equivalent, I would think, to washing. I don't know, but they didn't use any hand sanitizer on her yesterday, I noticed, because I was standing there. Yeah, it is really upsetting, Phoebe. I get really, really upset. They totally love Micah, so loving Micah is not a problem. They're busy. They've picked up more clients. I think they have a little bit more staff. I'm not sure what the client-staff ratio is. They have some clients that have one-on-one because they have to, but they don't have very many like that. They might only have one or two that have one staff to one client because it's required. That client needs that much attention. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand. I need to go to the program more. I have been up there more recently, but it's still not enough. It's not there when she's actually eating lunch. It's been there, you know, like maybe in between, maybe right before, or maybe right after she's done. I'm going to have to figure out how I can be there more and, I don't know, help, assist, or something. I don't know. Then they mentioned wipes yesterday. I'm going to go get the wipes. And I didn't say anything. I waited because I didn't know if they were going to bring baby wipes. You can't use baby wipes on your face because your face is too sensitive, and you can't put baby wipes on your skin because you'll just strip your skin and make it break out, and it's not good for your skin. It makes it all red. So I waited to see if that's what they were going to bring, but they just brought some paper towels that were wet and got her cleaned off, and I was like, okay, that was okay, so I didn't say anything. Not an iPad, but a detected device through Dynavox. The newer device is called a Dynavox T10 or T15 device. It's the same size as an iPad. Okay, thank you, Pop Boy. Got it. I will look for it. Dedicated device through Dynavox. The newer Dynavox is used. Okay, I'm trying to assimilate this. Okay, well, maybe I should look into that. We need a speech therapist then for me to get this figured out. So, okay, so it's the same size as an iPad, which means it's not the big giant computer thing that we're used to have. Those Dynavoxes are about this thick, and then when you get them into their box, their case that they're in, and I don't know, they're just a mess. Not an iPad, but a dedicated device through Dynavox. Huh. Okay, so I need to get busy looking for a speech therapist like pronto. Pronto, I need to do that. In case you can hear this da-da-da-da-da, that is, I forget what it's called. It's an app that I have that's called Sketch or Stitch or something like that. It's some YouTube friends. It's a way that we communicate through. And so they're talking about something. I don't know what they're talking about, but that's the sound that you might hear. Vanessa, that could be covered through Medicaid. Oh, anything Dynavox is totally covered by insurance, so I would not have any trouble getting that. So if it works really easy. Okay, so then tell me, Vanessa, does it work really easy like an iPad then? If it's the size of an iPad, then maybe I shouldn't even be looking at a regular iPad. We just get something like that. We should do that. Okay, you could ask Dynavox about doing an upgrade. Oh yeah, because she's had her current Dynavox is old enough. I'm positive we can just get the newest, latest, greatest thing. There's 5 years for any equipment. So Dynavox 5 years, wheelchair 5 years, you know, any of those things 5 years. Phoebe, yeah, I do hear that and was going to ask if it was on your end or mine. So thank you for letting us know that. Okay, yeah, and you guys can ask me anything that you're like, wow, what is that noise or what is, you know, whatever. Remember, my one word is share, and I like to share with you. Okay, well, it looks like we've been on here like forever. I'm having like a ton of time talking, a ton of fun talking to you guys. You guys have any more questions before we hop off and go on with our day and do something else? And then maybe I'll just make this today's video and people can watch this or skip through till they find something interesting or not and wait for tomorrow's video. Is there anything you guys like want me to make a video on that I haven't, or you want to see it again? Somebody asked me to update Q&A video. I haven't been very good at picking out questions. Part of me is so disorganized when it comes to YouTube because there's so much to keep up with, and you know that I don't feel good so much of the time. And it takes a lot of my brain to really be organized with what I'm doing with YouTube. I need to, I don't know how to explain it except that it has to work right sometimes in order for me to go in and decide, okay, I'm going to go, all of my playlists on my channel are all messed up. I need to go in there and make new playlists. I need to change playlists that I have. I need to do a lot with my playlist. That takes a lot of my brain power to do. So Part of it is, I just don't want to do it right now, so I don't do it. So a lot of it is me. Anyway, I'm not getting my job done is really what I'm trying to say. Okay, it has some app that you would purchase on the iPad. That you would purchase on the, oh, so you have to have a regular iPad and then you purchase this app on the iPad. Okay. Stephanie Shannon, does Micah enjoy the program? Oh, Micah loves going to her program every day. Yeah, she's looking out that window, waiting on the van to go to her program. Yes. Martin, you are the best mother in the world. I love to see your videos, your beautiful daughter, and the big, big laugh. Oh, thank you so much. That is so sweet. I'm not really the best mother in the world, but I love it that you think so. Yeah, and Micah is, her laughing is just crazy, isn't it? Vanessa, and there's a computer editor that you could use to edit any pages that are on the device. You might also want to look at the Creed Foundation. Okay, let me write that down. Okay, I'm writing Creed Foundation because once we get off of here, the feed is gone. Okay, that would be for a device. Okay, could you, Phoebe, could you tell me about the ending on your videos? I will look to the hills. Yes. Pot Boy, can't wait to see you on Skype. Nice to see you're having fun. Yes, can't wait to see you on Skype. Vanessa, the Creed Foundation is a new foundation that can actually grant you an iPad with the app. Okay. Stephanie, that's great to hear. She is such a sweet girl. Yeah, Micah is pretty sweet. Okay, I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help cometh from the Lord. It's Psalm 119, I don't know, 20 something maybe, I don't remember. That is a scripture that I have loved since I was young. And I'm not really sure how I ended up saying that at the end of my videos. I needed some kind of an ending. And I wanted it to be something that indicated that God is in my life. So it was better than just having a quote from an author. And I love quotes. There are so many quotes from entrepreneurs and book writers and famous people. And I thought having a scripture would be good. And so looking to the hills, the book of Psalms was written by David. David was a shepherd boy, and then David ended up becoming a king in Israel. So I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help. So when he's out there shepherding, he's looking to the hills and he's looking to God from whence cometh his help. And God would give him help every day, give him help as he herded those sheep and he took care of them. God would give him help in his personal life day to day. So I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help cometh from the Lord. And the Lord is God. Hero Israel, the Lord our God is one. So God and Jesus and the Holy Ghost, they're all one. I don't know if you guys are religious or not, but I don't believe in Trinity. I don't believe in three, but there's only one. So God is a spirit. No man has seen him at any time. And then he sent his son, Jesus Christ, onto the earth so that we could see him. So Jesus Christ is the physical manifestation of God that we can't see. And then his spirit is the Holy Ghost. So I didn't mean to give you a whole big, long Bible study there. But anyway, that's kind of that scripture and why I chose a scripture. And I just love that scripture because God is my help, and God does help me in everything that I do. And God helps me take care of Micah. And honestly, if I didn't have God, I promise you, I don't know what I would be like if I hadn't had God to cry out to and to help me take care of Micah, because it has been so hard. And I don't talk about that in my videos because usually it's just not the subject of the video. I've been thinking about making one about when she was younger, it's hard to remember exactly what went on, but you know, just some of the generalities about how hard it was when she was younger, and then what it's like right now. It's not so hard, but there is the aspect of when you have a regular kid. I call all my other kids regular kids. When you have a regular kid, they start out young and they grow and they progress. But with Micah, she just kind of stays the same. You know, she can't talk much more than she did, you know, 20 years ago. She still has to have somebody dress her, and she'll be 28 years old on Sunday. And so we've got 28 years of changing diapers and getting dressed and fixing food and feeding and all of that stuff. So it's called chronic stress for a caregiver. And God has been here through my chronic stress of being a caregiver, and it's been beautiful. It's been very, very hard. It's been very emotional. It's been very stressful, but it has been a great privilege to take care of Micah, and it's always a privilege to have God do something for me, and for me to look to those hills and to cry out to God and to have Him help me the way that nobody else can. God can pierce through the hurt, the pain, the stress, and go down to the deepest part of us that we can't see. We don't even know that it's there, but He has a way of piercing through. He doesn't change the circumstances, but He can pierce all the way through whatever it is that's going on inside of us. And He just lets us know that He's there, and He just calms that part down. And it is just, there's just nothing like it. That's the best way that I can explain it. But anyway, there's just nothing like Jesus. That's something that I like to say, is that there is nothing like Jesus. So this right here, live with you, this is the real story that you've not really heard on a video. But Phoebe, thank you for the question. Okay, let's see. Okay, thank you for explaining that to me. Let's see. I believe in a higher power, but not a specific religion. Got it. Vanessa, LOKK, or okay? Are you saying okay? Dave, do you have a website or just YouTube? I have a website that is down, and I need to fix this website. I paid hundreds of dollars for a website and don't have a website. I have one. It's just not up and running. But if I even had it up and running, it wouldn't have anything on it. Because I don't really know what to do with a YouTube. I mean, I don't know what to do with a website, but I know that I need one. I need a website. I need an email address. I need I need a newsletter. I need to do so many things. I just can't do them. I need a staff is what I need. But then I need money to have a staff, and I don't have that either. I need to write a book, or I need to, I don't know. Do you guys have any ideas on things that I can produce, either free or paid, that would be valuable to people? Like, I don't know, is there you know, like if I had PDF files, like if somebody wanted to know, I don't know, something, you know, and I just had like PDF files on a website that people could download, not necessarily for pay, but you know, something that would be useful to them. Let's see, Google the Creed Foundation to go there. Okay, I will do that, and I wrote it down. Phoebe nods. I'm glad you have God in your life. Hugs. Thank you. Thank you. Hugs received and hugs given. Pot Boy, I like your flowers on your wall behind you. Phoebe, sorry I made you cry. No, those are the best tears I ever cry. Don't you ever be sorry about those great tears. Phoebe, I appreciate your answer. Thank you. Thank you. Love and peace. I got the peace sign there. Okay, Pot Boy, those flowers behind me, I bought those. Okay, hang on. Oh, now hear this sound? This is telling me that it's noon and that I need to, I'm going to go back to the flowers. It's noon and I need to share my video onto YouTube. Generally what I do in the morning is I get up and I try to make a video. This daily, I've truly turned into a daily vlogger, and I wasn't planning on doing that. I would just do daily stuff some of the time. Or maybe like on a day when I didn't know what to do, I would just jump out of bed and would do something real quick and I'd throw it on my channel. And or it would be something that I had planned, but I would do it right then, and then I would load it up. And then I think when I had that 9-week migraine that was just so bad, I think that's when I literally went to daily because I couldn't think about YouTube any other time. I would get up, make a video, put it on, and then I couldn't do anything else the rest of the day, and I would just make myself get that video up. And then I've just continued on with this, you know, we just did a video and I throw it up. But I don't know what made me say that. But anyway, so when I get up and I make a video, goes live at noon. I know I've been missing noon, but it means anytime I'm not live with a video on YouTube by noon, Monday through Friday, it means that there's a problem. So 12 o'clock just means share it on YouTube because YouTube will automatically share to Google Plus and to Twitter, but it doesn't share to Facebook. I have to manually go into Facebook, go into YouTube, share it on Facebook, then go to Facebook, and then share it onto Tam's Daily Vlog. So I have to do that every day at noon. These flowers behind me, I bought them years ago, and they were tall. I mean, they were like, they were probably 3.5 foot tall flowers, and I absolutely love them. And let me see if I can grab one. Ah, I got one. Let's see if I can see what I can see in the camera. Oh, the camera is so far behind I can't tell what you're looking at. But anyway, I love pink, and I don't know, they're just like the perfect size flower. They're the perfect color, and then they've got some that are white. They were on this clearance thing, and I bought like every one that they had. And I had this really tall, translucent green vase that I had them in. And one of the cats, well, it was Tarzan. Tarzan knocked it over, broke the vase. They were always too long. I do not have the size of house that you can put 3 feet flowers in. I just don't have a good place. But they were so pretty, I just loved them anyway and just kept them out. So when he broke the vase, I took the flowers downstairs. Well, I've been wanting to change the flowers that I've had back there for a long time. I had these burnt orange and these white ones, and they kind of cascaded over, and they looked good. I just didn't really like them. I've been wanting to change them for a long time. So I went downstairs and I got these, and I decided to cut them, but I don't really have them fixed right, so I need to get some more of the green foam where you can stick them in there. I'm not really much of a decorator, but thank you for saying you like them because I absolutely love them. So anytime you love something, I'm going to give you some kind of story on it. Okay, so there's the story on that. Oh, you like the reminder sound. Yeah, that sound tells me exactly what I need to know. I changed some of the sounds recently on my phone because they were all the same, and I didn't know, so I was always picking up my phone and I didn't necessarily want to look at it. Dave Smith, how often do you live chat? I want to do it once a week. I tried months ago to do this over and over, probably 15 times, and it didn't work. So this was really easy. I got this up and going today. So I don't know. We'll try to do it again soon. I don't know when. I'll have to figure this out. Now that this actually worked, now I have to find a plan. Let's see. Sean, how are you? Deeply grateful for your love and encouragement, thinking of the conversations Micah and I will have in heaven. Absolutely. And maybe even here on earth. New Jersey's not that far. Well, it is far, but it's not all the way around the world. Here in Ontario, Canada, it's 1 p.m. Okay, so you're just an hour ahead of me, Phoebe. I'm Central Time, and you're whatever time you are. You're Canada time. Thank you. Glad you like my cool flowers, Phoebe. Creed was a young man with autism who passed away a few months ago. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that, Vanessa. But thank you very much for telling me about that. I'm going to look that up. Potboy, just let me know when you are ready to Skype. Message me. I have to go for 2 minutes. Okay, that's perfect. I will let you know. I will let you know. That is perfect. Okay, all right. Well, we've been doing this like forever and ever now. So does anybody else have anything else? I'm having so much fun. His mom started his foundation after his death. Oh, so it's a brand new thing in the last few months. Eastern, I think. Yes, Eastern time would be correct because Eastern time is an hour ahead of us. So all the East states in the U.S., they are all an hour ahead of me, which is Central time. And then you are, yes, that is correct. You are Eastern time. Had autism and a host of medical conditions that took his life. Wow. Wow. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I am having loads of fun. We have to do this really, really soon. We have to do this live stream thing again. Okay, so then I think with live streaming, now that this was a test, we actually had a really good live stream. I'll have to come up with subjects so that I can schedule them, and then you know that I'm having them, and then you know that we're going to talk about a subject, or that I've got a subject that I'm thinking about. You can ask me questions ahead of time related to that subject, but we can always, talk about other things. I'm not always real. I'm not real strict, and it's just a live stream. This is not like work or something. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. He had the same device and app that we have been talking about. Oh, that's really cool. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to sign out now, and everybody can say it with me. I will look to the hills from whence cometh my help, for my help cometh from the Lord, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Now I don't know how to turn it off. Off. Where's the off button? I'll go to File, Exit. Okay, this should turn me off. Yes. Turn it off. Bye-bye.